Bears versus babies. Hello, Jason from Ellerium Games here, and today we're going to talk about Bears versus babies. Why are we going to talk about this? This is a cool wee game. It was from the guys that designed Exploding Kittens. This is their second Kickstarter. It did really well. Look at that funny box. So funny. But yes, basically you hate babies, you build a monster, you kill babies. Get points, win the game. And you can screw your friends over. So there's a good take that mechanic in it, which is nice, because nothing's better than screwing people over. What we'll do is we will open this up and we'll show you what's inside. Pretty box. Look at this furry box, it's so good. Typical Bears vs. Babies, a nice furry box. So what can you say? So let's have a look. Inside we have the rulebook. The rulebook is quite extensive, strangely enough. There's quite a bit in there. It's different kind of rules and stuff, so that's quite cool. Then, which is quite unusual, is a frequently asked questions guide, which I quite like because it can actually eliminate some but this, but that nonsense. Then you have a lovely little fabric mat. Now I don't know if this comes fabric in every set. There's maybe a basic version without it, but it's got locations discard, the babies, and anything, and it also tells you how to play the game. Then inside the box, which is very colourful as you can see, which also I think might be a reference. We'll stick that to the side. Inside you have your starting head of your monster, because the game is about building a monster to fight those babies. Pterodactyl, a drop bear, polar bear, water bear, panda bear, and just a bear. So there you go, that's your starting heads. Everybody will be dished one of these. Their class is multicolored, so they cover all colors. I'll explain why. Scoop, scoop, scoop. That's that. Then you have a shed ton of cards. You've got a mix. These are all mixed up. There are babies and there are body parts. So body parts, body parts, body parts, more heads. See, as you can see, heads are colored. And then you've got things like Torpedo Baby. Let's find another cool one. No, there's another one. Man of War Baby. Fake Baby. Baby, baby, baby. Baby, baby. Baby suck. Because they're So yeah, there you go. What we'll do is I will take this, set up, and show you how to play. So, let's see. So you give every person one of these multicolored starting bears. I'm going to just take a lovely bear from San Francisco. You then shuffle up this deck and you draw each player 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 face down cards. Well, that's 5 face down cards. Each player gets them. They can look at their own cards. Now I'm just going to reveal them to make life easier. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now, if in your hand you have babies, you don't tell your opponent that what they are. You don't show them. You just put them face down and put them in the baby pile, and you draw replacements. And you keep drawing. There you go, until you've got a 5 starting hand of non-babies. Once everybody's done, you take these starting piles, and you break it down into 3, maths are bad, even piles, or roughly even. It doesn't say they have to be totally even. And then you decide who goes first based on whatever criteria so please. Yeah, so we usually just roll a d6 or something like that. Out with that, you then have your 5 starting hands. In your turn, you can do one of 3 sections. You can either take actions, provoke the babies, or go dumpster diving like a hobo. What you do in your turn, let's go for take actions first. You can either depending on the number of players, should I say, there are a number of actions. We're going to assume we're playing a 3-player game. I have 3 actions. I can play a card from my hand, or I can draw a card from either of the piles. So, first action, I'm going to suit up my bear, so that costs 1. Now, on the picture, which I'm going to have to get closer, is they've got stitches. The stitches must be able to line up. So as you can see, he's got 4 stitches in the bottom, which means he can only have 4 stitch legs, because there's different ones. And they go like that. So I'll stick a suit on him. So it is a bear from San Francisco in business attire. Let's have a look. I've got 2 actions left. It is a bear in San Francisco with business attire, and I'm going to draw a card. So I'll draw this one. Now I've drawn a baby. I don't show my opponent. I just stick it on the pile and I draw again. Okay, so I got a head. So I grab the head there. Now I've got 1 action left. I'm going to play another head. So there you go. That's a second head. So that's the take action section. Now, if we were to do, I'm going to cheat. If we were to do a provoke section, let's put a baby there, baby there. Let's find another baby. Where are all the babies? Babies, babies, babies. I'm so glad my kids aren't babies, because babies are hard work. Yay! There we go. So we put that there. Basically, you'd have piles of babies. Now, theoretically, I wouldn't know what these were. One of the actions is I can provoke. I'm going to provoke a pile of babies. Now, I have a red monster and I have a multicolored monster. So I would assume I'm going to provoke the blue pile. The reason is, when you provoke a pile of babies, you take all the babies, and everybody with a monster that is blue, so this is multicolored, so it covers him, they'll all fight together. So we reveal the baby has 1 power now. If it was green, it'd be 3, 4, 5. If it was red, it'd be 2, 4. So we're just doing the blue one, so we'll flip these back over. So you then go through everybody's monsters in the game, and you count up the top, which is 3, plus any numbers added on through either 2 there or 1 there, etc. And you count up, so 3, 4. Baby's 1, we've got, say, 10, baby's beaten. So the baby pile is beaten, all the babies are defeated. Now, the person with the highest number between all their monster parts that take part in the fight gains the babies. They become their points. They sit there, and that monster is then discarded, gone from the game into the dumpster. Boom. Now I've still got my red head, so that's alright, and that's my action of provoking. Let's say I took the dumpster dive. Now, obviously, dumpster dive means I can take my turn, I can go through the discard pile, and I can find what I want. 1 card of any choice and put it into my pile. And that's that. Dumpster dive is very simple, very straightforward. And basically, you keep playing through the game until you get out of, I believe, until all the piles run out. I'm going to quickly cheat. Let's have a nosy in this lovely little rule book. Boom, boom, boom. It doesn't say here. It doesn't say here. So we had a quick look, and it is the game ends when all the cards have been drawn from all piles. And once the game ends, you will take your pile of babies. I'm going to sneakily cheat. You go 2, 3, which is 5, 6, and 7. I have 7 points. Everybody else adds up, and the winner with the most points wins the game. And it's as simple as that. The game's quite fun because you can make some fun combos. I'm going to quickly try to mess up with your time. I'm going to find this one, and I'm going to find my little bunny fella wherever he is gone because he is quality. There he is. That is my Donald Trump. So that was Bears versus Babies. The lovely little fuddy box game. It is a great game. Pick it up. It's a party game, is what it is. If you like if you like this when you've played it, pick up Exploding Kittens, which is basically Russian roulette with cards. We'll explain that in a future review. What I forgot to mention was in it you get, if you picked up, it's not safe for work expansion. Now I can't go through this because the cards are pretty rough. They're pretty extremes, but I can show you. We've got like Poop Baby, and then I don't really. Nah, you really can't. Nah. We could probably get away with this one. We got a half a baby, which is a half a point, so that's not too bad. But yeah, the rest of them, there's no way I'm showing you that. But yes, Bears versus Babies, great game. Pick it up. I'm not going to. We were talking about a score system, but I'm not going to score games simply because you can't score each game. I was listening to a podcast with Richard from We're Not Wizards, and you just can't score a game because this might be a 5 or a 10. But then you play another card game, Exploding Kittens could be a 10 or a 2, you know? It's all subject to the personal opinion. So what we might do is start a scoring system in the future where it's component parts and aesthetics. But we'll get to that later on. But yeah, have a look at Bears vs. Babies. Either pick up the nice furry box version or pick up the small compact version if they have it. And that's that. Enjoy.